What up, people? What up? What's up, Gangsta Mac? Palm tree deals. Palm tree deals. What's going on, people? Give me a second here. Let me get this thing going. All right, with you guys. What's going on here? What's up, people? How we doing? How we doing? Can't see me? What about now? There we go. So I wasn't gonna really upload any videos right now. I've got an interview on Thursday. What's up, Big Roo? Let's get this going. Let's get it going. Look, so I wasn't gonna upload any videos, but I keep everywhere I go, everywhere I see now. Well, the Biden guys they're happier than can be. They're jumping for joy right now. They won everything, and they think that the war is over, that the election's done, and that's it. But they don't understand that this is just the beginning. If you voted for Biden, you need to put the gas on right now. You need to put the pedal to the metal and make sure within his first few months in office he actually comes through and does what he promises. But first, let's talk about what's going on in the election. The election, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm just one person, it's over, man. It's over. When I first did that last live with me, Sonny Booba, and we talked, I was going to sleep. I actually thought Donald Trump had it because he pulled Florida. I thought he had Pennsylvania and some other states. But as the counts started coming in more and more, even Trump saw it. He got scared, and he starts talking about stop the count, man. Stop the count. Why? Because at the time he was ahead, and he kind of figured that they keep counting these ballots, he's gonna lose, and that's exactly what happened. People believe that I thought it was gonna be much closer. As far as electoral votes go, I thought it was gonna be much closer. It obviously isn't. I mean, it's gotten so bad right now that you got people who are on Trump's side, right? Who are straight denouncing Fox News, man. When you hear these guys denouncing Fox News, you know there's something wrong. And the reason they're denouncing Fox News is because Fox News called the election for Biden, and they can't believe that, man. They can't believe that for 1 second that they went for him. And it's unfortunate because this is the process. Whether you like it or not, this is the process. Unless anyone can show some actual proof, because right now all you got is lip service. Right now all you got everybody saying that's not on the Biden side is saying it's fraud, and that's pretty much what Trump was doing from day one. He was saying if I lose, it's fraud. If I doesn't, it's because I'm great and everything's wonderful. And that's what he planted. He planted that seed, and that seed seems to be working with a lot of his base, as it should. With a lot of the news people, it's not working. It's not working because the math just doesn't lie. Unless you can actually come in here and all of a sudden show us proof. Here's the camera. And nowadays everybody has cameras. Look at this, man. They got a truck full of ballots that they just threw away. Or they got a truck full of ballots that were for Republicans and they went Democrat. They need to come up with some concrete proof. Is there going to be a few things of like dead people voting, illegal people voting? Absolutely, man. It happens every year. It happens every year, and all of a sudden you can't just say that that it's just this year that it's against Trump. No, when Bush went against Gore, look how close it was, man. And it was what it was. Gore ended up putting on his big boy pants on and conceding the race, man. Donald Trump right now is acting like 11-year-old rich spoiled ass kid who just lost an event that he's been so used to winning because he's so great. He's got so much money. I'm the greatest guy in the world. Well, I hate to say it to you, Donald Trump. The American people, they voted. You're fired, homeboy. Straight up. I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for Trump. Like I said, I didn't vote for any one individual. So to me, it's kind of funny when people try to put me on one side or the other, because what I do that most people don't do, I will call out either side. I will call out the Democrats and I'm gonna have a blast calling out Joe Biden, because I know Joe Biden's full of shit on a lot of stuff what he says. It's gonna be hard for him to deliver on what he promised. It really is, and I'm gonna call him out. And then I'm gonna hear the guys on the left calling me, "Oh, Gil, you're just a right-wing Republican guy." I'm not, brother. I don't sell my soul to either party like most people. I just don't, because, like I said, once you sell your soul, you're done, brother. Change the channel. Well, if you want to change the channel, I'll do it for you, homeboy. Look at that. Look at this, man. Look at that. It's funny how people come on to say they don't want to hear politics, they don't want to hear this. Then change the channel, brother. It's very simple. It's not difficult at all. That's just what's going on right now. It's trending, and if you don't like it, change the channel, Playboy. Supreme Court fixed the mess. So many whistleblowers coming forward. Listen, Michael, if it's true that that's been fraud and they can prove it, I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, it's not true. Listen, if they can prove without a reasonable doubt that there is some major fraud, I hope it comes to light, and I hope some people get arrested, because that means it's not going to happen here thereafter. Because if there is that much fraud, guess what? There's going to be fraud all through the next elections, brother. That's just the way it is. Man, let's see what's up, man. Fox News ain't fake news, Republicans. No, it's funny. It's funny how quick they switch off, man. Fox News has always been the go-to news in the right-wing world. Always. That was their team. And they really don't have that many teams, to be completely honest with you. They have a strong team in Fox, but most of the news pundits are liberal, and they're whack job liberals, unfortunately. You got CNN, way to the left. MSNBC, way to the left. What else you got? But I think I said CNN already. All way to the left, man. It's unfortunate, but that's just what we got. But that's why we need to read between the lines, people. Read between the lines, man. He hates electoral college, but that's the reason he became president in the first place. Laugh out loud. That's what I'm saying. And that's the great thing. Listen, one thing Trump did is Trump changed the game, man. I don't care who you are, whether you like him or hate him. You gotta respect the fact that Donald Trump came in this bitch and he changed the political game in this country. He really did. Will they ever go back? I really doubt it. I think there will be another Trump type person coming in, or somebody with the same kind of, I guess, mindset at him. And I think personally, Trump could have done a decent job. But the thing is, he was this guy who really didn't care about anybody. And people say, oh no, he's a businessman. No, businessmen only care about them, bottom line, man. So whatever he was doing for himself, and he really didn't care about anybody else in this country. And I think it shows. There'll be other people who disagree with me, and that's fine. I mean, if the votes are correct, this country is pretty much split down the middle. You got, I think it was like 76 to 79 million votes for Joe Biden. You had about 70 million for Trump. So what does that tell you? That tells you that this country is split completely down the middle, just about. And there's many people out here who have a difference of opinion, and that's okay. But the problem is that when we have this difference of opinion, on when you're super right, super left, you start screaming at each other, nothing ever gets done, man. That's a damn shame. Gore won the Supreme Court, Big Bush. Yeah, that's true. I mean, people forget. Listen, man. Hay que saber perder y ganar. You gotta know how to lose and win, brother. And this guy, just ain't happening, man. The left and right is garbage. Wake up. Hey, brother, I'm in the same boat. I agree. I can agree with you there. Gangster Gore did win. Yeah, but they took it from him. Think he's gonna be able to bring back DACA? Yeah, he can bring back DACA. DACA was just a signature. It was not a law. So Biden can definitely bring back DACA. And I don't know if Trump actually, he took it away for a little bit, but then he gave it back. I think he was trying to get maneuvering to try to do some kind of immigration bill, I think, but it just never happened. It's just funny how before Trump lost, all of a sudden he was talking about immigration and trying to help Latinos out, because let's be honest, his base, like deep in the South, deep in certain areas, they're racist, man. It's not the same kind of racist that let's say I was used to, or maybe my parents were used to. It's a different type of racist. It's more like bigots, man. It's more somebody who who looks at somebody who washes their car as less than, who looks at somebody who cleans their house as less than, who doesn't really look at that person as an equal. They look at them as somebody they pay 10 or 20 bucks and have a nice day. And it's a sad thing because really they're human beings, brother. They might not have as much money as you, but at the end of the day, they're human beings, brother. And it's funny because a lot of the Trump guys are the so-called Christian and Catholic core who are no Bible thumping, God fearing, American loving. But when it comes to loving immigrants, oh no, God didn't say love the immigrants. You know, that's why I trip out on him, brother. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, Chingo's out there on damage control, homie. I'm not. That guy believed that. I guess at first I was hearing him out talking about look at the whole Periscope interview, and then when I did see it, I'm like, dude, you put your foot in your mouth even more. It was like it's like the guy he went from drinking the Kool-Aid on the Dem side and just went and drank the Kool-Aid on the Republican side and was just he was just speaking nothing but talking points. That's all it was. It was just a bunch of talking points with no real basis in there. You could tell there was no homework done, and that's a damn shame. But you know, it is what it is, brother. Yeah, well, I don't know, Daniel. You might take a pill for that, homeboy. Thank los vatos locos for Trump. Good luck, homeboy. I voted for Little Puppet. Look at me, homie. Yeah, I voted for myself, homeboy. How about that? This man voted for, it's not Genghis Khan, it's Genghis Khan, right? Genghis Khan. W for presidente, homeboy. Yeah, good. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, a lot of stuff been popping up my feed. Because I do watch a lot of right-wing guys. I do. I'm not gonna lie, but it's comedy. It's comedy to see these grown-ass men sniveling, crying. No, they did this, no. And it's like, all right, homie, where's the proof? Show me some proof. You're sitting here pretty much saying that the United States government got together with the feds, with the Democratic Party, with the media. If this is true, this is the biggest by far conspiracy in United States history, man. If this is true and they can prove it, and if it's true and they can prove it, I would love to see the proof, man. But as long as you have no proof, you're just blowing hot air up people's ass, man. And that's what unfortunate a lot of these guys are. They're turning to, they're almost being like conspiracy theorists, man. That certain part of the right, there's certain people that I know that are right wing, and it is what it is. He lost, and they're like, all right, well, I'll see you in 4 years. Or let's see how much Biden screws up this country. And it's unfortunate because the right is not going to start doing exactly what the left is doing. Because I told my wife, start noticing now how these channels start switching the page. For the last 4 years, all you've seen on CNN or MSNBC was, and I mean, it was pathetic. Every day, how horrible Trump is. Russia, Trump, the conspiracy, this, that. And they were that's all they played on their news. You couldn't even get any news from these guys anymore. You go to Fox, they were just showing you how great the president is and how wonderful and what great stuff he is. And they weren't really criticizing any of his policies either. Now, go watch those news things. And now you're watching CNN tell you how great Biden is, how great his COVID plan is going to be, how diverse his cabinet is going to be, how his first 90 days in office are going to be. Like, they're already just gloating in it. You go to Fox News now, and what are they doing? They're on the hate Biden train, man. And that's another thing they were talking about the blue wave. The blue wave would, for people who don't know and don't follow it too much, they were thinking that this election, there was just going to be a bunch of states that were going to flip Congress and senators. They thought they were going to pick up like 10 or 15 senators and like 20 or 30 seats in the House. And they really didn't pick up much of any. Everything pretty much stayed the same. And I believe that's because a lot of people wanted to get rid of Donald Trump, but wanted to keep some of the stuff he talked about. They were tired of, I think the American people are really tired of both sides. So it's kind of like, hey, dude, check how you talk to people, to Trump, because you got to. I mean, people say, I don't care how you talk to. Okay, to anybody who says this, all right? To anybody who sits there and says, I don't care how Donald Trump talks to me, and as long as he's doing the job right. That means if you're working at if you're working at a company, and not that he said these words, but that's pretty much what he said because he's the president. But if you're working at a company and they're giving you decent money, maybe they give you a raise, but every once in a while say, "Hey, wetback, come here." Look at these fucking lazy wetbacks. You're gonna be okay with that, brother? You're gonna say, "Well, you know what, this manager, we're working OT, we're getting more money," but you're gonna allow them to talk to you that way, or talk to one of your coworkers and call them pretty much uneducated wetback? That's pretty much what Trump was saying. He was pretty much calling us uneducated wetbacks, brother. Anybody who comes to this country, and then people will start saying, "That's not what he said, Gil." Man, next week I'm gonna do a whole reaction video on that whole speech, man. It's exactly what he said. I don't know where you guys get off saying that. It's like, again, people just sit there and regurgitate what they hear on the news. They don't go out and do their homework. I do my homework, man. That's exactly what he said. So if you're okay with your manager calling you, if you're Latino, Cali Mac, with your manager calling you a wetback, calling you a lowlife, calling your family members dope dealers, calling you guys uneducated, but your work is good, he's paying you good money. If you're down with that, then I get what you're waiting for Trump. But I myself would no way, shape, or form ever be able to work in a place that I'm being talked down to like that. I don't care if I'm getting paid less money, but I'm over here where they respect me and I respect them, and it's a good working environment. But when I got a guy looking down on me and pretty much saying, "Hey, I pay you money, I can say whatever I want," nah, brother, that's not the American way, brother. That just isn't. I mean, at least not for me. My wife's in there working out right now. Yeah, pretty much. No disrespect for black people, but he straight say black people, Mexicans are taking your jobs, and we know that's not true, man. It's the the immigration thing has been going on since the Irish, man. When the Irish were here, they were the same thing. They were calling them dirtbag immigrants. They're calling them a bunch of drunks. They were saying they're coming here and taking real American jobs, brother. It was the same thing. And then after the Irish, I think the Italians had, or maybe the Italians had it before them. And then during right after the Great Depression, that's pretty much when Operation Wetback kicked in, and that was Roosevelt, which was a great president. He was a racist. Operation Wetback was pretty much, we need to get these guys out of here because they're taking our jobs, and that they're were the people that the American government at the time blamed for the recession and the jobs. Get these guys out of here. And the sad part was during that Operation Wetback, there was many American citizens that got deported as well. I think there was a study done. It said there was over 1 million people who were born here, who were here during the time that Mexico and the United States had their war, and they stayed here, and they actually deported many U.S. citizens. Why? Just to get them out of here, just to be able to put the blame on somebody. That always works, except it was gone for a little while. Trump came in, and Trump started his whole career off that, brother. His whole political career was off the backs of saying pretty much immigrants are nothing but parasites who come over here, take jobs, don't put back in what they take, and they're rapists, they're killers. Some are good, brother. And like I said, anybody doesn't believe me, go back and actually watch the speech before you tell me, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." I watched it 3 different times, but I was like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know what? I wasn't wrong, brother. It is what it is, man. Yeah, you're fired. That's what happened. I mean, the American people say you fired, and he ain't liking it, brother. He ain't liking it. It's always about the media on the left wing side. Yeah, but the media on the right's just as bad, man. Smack, just as bad, brother. Don't let them fool you. Except right now they're just not as bad. That's why because Fox called the election for Biden. Now they're leaving over there. So another thing is what's Trumpito gonna do, homeboy? Trumpito can do just about anything. Trump can. There's talks of him starting his own not website, but newscast or a company, which I think he would make a killing because there's a lot of people out there who believe all the conspiracies, who believe that they're trying to keep the white man down and the right wing down. And no, it's the same thing. People just have differences of opinion. A lot of people believe, like people in California, I deal with a lot of people who are very liberal, and they just can't fathom there's another part of the country that people do like living in very small towns. people do have much more conservative views. Values, I won't say values, because people say the views and values. No, they're conservative views, because the values, they're pretty much the same on both sides, man. There's hypocrites and there's sinners on both sides. The only thing is that the Republican was able to jump on the train, and it's pretty much because of abortion. That's why they're pro-life. Democrats are pro-choice, and people will sit there and say, "Oh, they're heathens." And that. Come on, man. It's the same thing. Because I'll say this to any Republican who's going to sit here and tell me I can't vote Democrat because they're pro-choice and they're killing babies, and okay, Republicans don't kill babies. No. How many babies do you think die around the world every day because of bombings that we're involved in? How many babies do you think die around the world every year because of wars that we're out there banging? I mean, every year there's thousands upon thousands of babies. I guarantee you they match the same amount of babies that are killed during abortions. The difference is it's not in your face. The difference is it's not white people dying, it's people of color. And that's the truth. People of color are just not as valuable to the American media as white people. Straight up. So when people sit there and tell you that, oh, they're killing abortions, brother, we're killing them wars every day. Man. Don't give me that. And plus, what? Okay, let's say abortions were completely stopped, right? Let's say tomorrow Joe Biden came in there and said, which is not going to happen, but hypothetically speaking, Joe Biden comes in and says, no more abortions, they're done. Then how about all the babies that are being born? Are you guys going to take care of them, Republicans? You know what you're going to say? No, let them fend for themselves. They don't have insurance. So in other words, let all these babies be born because Jesus said, but Jesus didn't say to take care of them? Jesus didn't say they should have health care? No, Jesus didn't say any of that. Jesus just said have them born. Nah, brother, you can't. That's the hypocrisy, man. That's the hypocrisy that is on both sides, and we have to see, and we got to call it out. You can't just sit there and say because of this, because, listen, man, men kill, Americans kill, whether it's abortion, whether it's war. I hate to break the news to you. I mean, if you want those baby born, then you better be ready to take care of them. You better be ready to open up more projects or more housing or more welfare programs or more insurance programs, healthcare, man. You better be ready for that. If you're gonna sit here and tell me that, you better be ready for that, man. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the real vote that counts is the senators. Well, it's the Senate. It's everybody. It's actually good. To me, it's good how the Senate and the House is playing out to be, because I don't want a Democratic president with a Democratic House and a Democratic Congress. I just don't. It's too much power, and they could pass too much pork in there, and they will. So it's kind of good. There's a balance, brother. Biden didn't win. Trump lost. There are no Biden supporters. No Biden supporters. I don't know. I see them all over the streets over here. I see them all over the streets in the news. Unless those are actors, Juan Hernandez. I don't think they're actors, brother. I could say the same thing. There's no Trump supporters. Come on, you know there's supporters on both sides. Come on. Judge pleaded guilty to fraud charges. He was caught stuffing the ballot boxes to help Democratic candidates in 2014, 2015, 2016. Well, we're in 2020, Jay Khalif. So unless you got something in 2020, it's not happening, carnal. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what we got. American Cholo, I heard you're a plant. I don't want to believe it, but you're on point most of the time. But on some things, my uncle disagrees. Okay, uncle disagrees. Get it. The Central American Cholo. That's me, brother. That is me. I appreciate it. Is that supposed to be like a this? That's the thing. That's too many times. I want to get a hide. Let me put you on a little timer. How about that, brother? And that's the thing. Yeah, brother. I am. I'm from Honduras, homie. I was born there. I came here when I was 6 years old. So if anybody knows the struggle, I know the struggle. My mom was illegal. She came here illegally through 3 states, man, with 3 countries. She came from Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, got deported. Was deported. When she got deported, she wasn't gonna come back, and her friend like, no, dude, we gotta go back. And thank God my mom came through, brought me here when I was 6, almost 7 years old, hustled, slang dope, got my U.S. citizenship, and I almost got deported in '98 when I was busted. They tried to deport me out of jail because they thought I was born in Honduras. Oh, this guy's illegal. They thought I had my green card. They were going to pull my card. But little did they know, my mom was smart. She got my citizenship paper. So when I hear people talking shit about illegal immigrants, I think about my mom, man. I think about myself. I think about some of my coworkers that bust their ass every day and take care of business more than any guy who's ever been here, or any Chicano, or any guy who thinks he's American, brother. The only thing that makes some of us different is just a piece of paper, brother. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all here trying to put in work for our families. So yeah, good luck with that. Trump's gonna be the next Wally George, except he believes the shit he says. Wally George. That's what MC Pancho called me, homeboy. So I don't know. Trump's gotta fight me for that chair, I guess. Yeah, we're on Raza, homie. Come on. Uh, let's see what we got. This guy was going a good one. Honduras is really going through. Yeah, my mom showed me some pictures of family members. About 3 feet of water over there. I remember myself being out there, and the biggest flood I was out there was about 2 feet, but it would definitely get wet out there, and it's a poor country, man. You know, a lot of people also say, and I've heard this, if those countries are so great, those countries are this, why are so many people coming over here? Well, let me tell you, the difference between Mexico all the way down to South America, people think there's no rich people. No, man. All those countries have doctors, attorneys, presidents, senators, Congress. They got business of professional people with lots of money. You watch any of those TV shows, they got money, dude. They got money in those countries. The difference between those countries and the United States, they don't have a middle class. That's the difference. It's either you're poor or you got money. So let's say the United States right now, right? Let's say in the United States, you start finding out in Canada, the minimum wage in Canada is 75. No, let's put it more into perspective. The minimum wage in Canada would be probably about $100 an hour. If you found out, anybody who's listening, if you found out that Canada's minimum wage is $100 an hour, how many Americans do you think are going to start going to Canada? You think they're going to sit around and just say, screw Canada? You must have bumped your head, homie. If you find out Canada's got $100 an hour minimum wage, guess what? You're having a bunch of people go to Canada. Why? Because they're going to make that money in Canada. They're going to send it back to the people in the United States because it's too expensive for them in the United States. That's the same thing Mexico's doing. The people who are there, or Honduras, or El Salvador, Guatemala, the people who are there who have money, they don't leave because they got money, brother. The people who don't have money are the people out here trying to work, trying to hustle. And that's no different than anybody else has done in this country. Why do you think the pilgrims, the people who landed on Plymouth Rock and everybody started coming to the West? For opportunity, brother. It wasn't their country, right? Why did they come? They came for opportunity, for prosperity, for their family members. So I'll be damned if all of a sudden in 2020 we say, oh, no, but that was back then, yo. You can't come for prosperity anymore. Well, who the fuck made you God? Who made you this great king who are going to tell people they can't come to this country? If they get caught, they go illegal, yeah, they get deported. That's part of the game. But if you've been here 5, 10, 20 years, taking care of your family, who in the hell are you to tell these people to go back to their country when you did the same exact shit? That's the hypocrisy that I talk about. But people don't want to talk about that. People all of a sudden have papers, got money, and be like, we're not them. It's like the house nigga. People are literally, especially Latinos, they're becoming house niggas. Why? Because we got money, boss. We got good jobs, boss. We got papers, boss. Oh, those Mexicans? They're illegal. Fuck them. You should be ashamed of yourself if you think like that, man. They're no different. They're your tío. They're your grandpa. Your abuelo, your abuela. But all of a sudden they're less than you because they don't have that paper. That's how brainwashed a lot of these people have gotten because that's what Trompito tells you. Oh, they're no good. We don't need them here. Wait a minute. During this whole COVID, who's been picking your fruit? Has there been a bunch of white guys out there? A bunch of black guys out there picking your fruit? Nah, brother. They're like this, homie. And the majority of them don't have papers. That's breaking news. The majority of people that are in the fields don't have papers, brother. But it's okay for them to pick your fruit, right? It's okay for them to wash your cars, right? That's okay. But when it comes time to, hey, these guys should have a pathway to stay here. Oh, no. All of a sudden, the house nigga comes out of you. Should be ashamed of yourself, man. Straight up. Dun, 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 dun. My uncle thinks you still back the present policy I disagree with, but I don't know. Want to see things how they want to see them. Your uncle's definitely mistaken, brother. If you haven't seen, I don't even touch that stuff, brother. I'm here worried about the real world, carnal. The real world where it's at, homie. No middle class. That's the problem, man. That's the problem with most of these countries. I love you, I see. I hope one day I see you up there with God and Jesus. Well, there you go, homeboy. Hopefully me lleva para arriba. The entire planet don't dance in the street when you lose your job. Live your life in a way that the entire planet don't dance in the street when you lose your job. I mean, You gotta admit it's a little bit funny, dude. And it couldn't happen to more of an arrogant guy, dude. I'm sorry to tell you, but Trompito was one of the most arrogant guys in the world, man. Because, let me see. Democrats are pro immigrants because they love them, not because it's cheap labor. Let me tell you something. What is it? I can't even read that. Oxy imbecile or something? No, the Democrats don't love you, brother. The Democrats don't love anybody. They love your vote, man. One thing that everybody's got to get in through their head, whether you're Trumpito, whether you're Biden, when you're in the middle, politics is business. Politics is business, people. It's not a heartfelt thing. It's business, and business is politics. They give you stuff because they want your vote. Straight up, it's nothing else. What do you think? All of a sudden, they want police reform and they want prison reform because their hearts have been bleeding for us? No, they want prison reform and all that because you started seeing people riding in the streets. You started seeing people getting killed, and that's where their votes came in. And so they started pushing it. So they got the young people out there to vote. So don't sit here and think for 1 second that either party really cares about you. They care about your vote. It's a business. How many votes can I get? What's my base want? How do I rally my base? It's a hustle. It's a hustle and it's a business, man. Straight up. Now that I know, it's pretty much, homeboy. What happened to the show you did on Friday? Oh, I got a little editing to do. I'm waiting for it to come through because it was a live. Because if it's a live, it's not like my own video where I can just chop it up. I got to chop it up on their format. That way I can let the lives go. So I should hopefully get it out by hopefully Wednesday, man. Imbecile. There you go, homeboy. I'm sorry. Is that what it says though? Maybe I need my glasses, huh? But it just was spelled wrong. I don't know. The vaccine. I am not taking the vaccine. I am not taking my vaccine. Pin your comment. Which one? Which one, Javi? Which one? Let me see. Let me go back. I used to wait. I'll pin you for it now. That you want, I'll give you that one. There you go, Carla. There you go. Canada, liquor restaurantes de que me ganen. Yeah, homie, go to Canada. Let's see if they're giving you $100 an hour there. Everybody will go over there, Carla. Real quick. You know what it is too sometimes too, bro? You go back to the motherland and they hate you if you speak English. And that's okay. Because we're not talking, listen, we're not talking about the mother. We're talking about here, all right? Once you come here, you turn into a different breed. And even, I've had compas come here, right? I've been working with well, now you got more Central Americans. But before, the majority were Mexicans coming to work where I work. But it was a different company when I first started. And I've had a few guys come out here, and I already went through it before. They were like, no, Memo, I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to come in for a few years, maybe 2 years. I'm going to get me some money. I'm going to go back with my family. I always tell them, good luck with that, brother. Especially when it's the first time they live in America. I've seen guys 10, 15 years later, hey, I thought you were leaving, fool. They look at me and start laughing. No. I said, no, because they were like, oh, I love Mexico. Once you live in this country for so long, it's a different world, man. It's a different world. You got people coming from all over the globe to come to the United States. It's a different world. So once they come here, they do assimilate. They become Americans. You know, they become Mexican Americans. They become Chicano. They become Armenian Americans. They become Chinese Americans, African Americans. They become Americans. But Americans come in all shapes and sizes, man. The thing is, I think with Trompito, it was just such a division, man. It made us where, dude, we're going against each other bad because of that, because we can't speak, because it's so much like we've gotten to a point where some of us want to sit here and just look down on our own people because they don't have papers. That's a shame, brother. Like I said, that's the house nigga in us, homeboy. And we need to shake that shit. We need to make sure people don't see that as okay. Yeah, and if you go to Mexico, sometimes you will get treated like shit. It's the same thing over here, brother. When we have actual people saying they're Mexicans, they're not Americans. Same shit, man. It's unfortunate, but it's the same shit. They both bad candidates. I'm going to give Biden a chance. Well, what I'm thinking with Biden is Mr. Tupac 100. We just got to be honest. We got to be on his throat. We got to give this, okay, the same energy that people on the left gave to Trump about hating on him, they better give Biden the same hate. And I'm not talking about hate, energy, I'm sorry. They need to give him the same energy and call him out when he doesn't do stuff that he promised. When he sits there and says, "I'm gonna do this in 90 days. I'm gonna help this," and if he doesn't, you better make sure to get him out there the next 4 years. And if not, just you gotta push your weight with these people. I know you just love our people, and we're out of touch with reality that we can't connect when it comes to speaking some real stuff. Because, like you said, they're brainwashed to keep us hitting our heart. That's what it is, but nope, no vaccine, carnal. True, big homie, but a lot of Mexican families don't teach their kids how to be proud to be Mexican. Well, I don't think you have to just necessarily teach them how to be proud to be Mexicans. You can teach them how to be proud to be Americans, and that's fine. You could be, Mexican American or American. I mean, but what you gotta do is teach them to respect the next man, to respect the person behind you, to respect the person you used to be, maybe. I used to be that guy about to get deported. I used to be that guy carrying guns. I used to be that guy I was that bad hombre that Mr. Donald Trump talked about. I was that guy. My mom was the one selling cocaine. We were those bad people. But regardless of what we were, we're still Americans, man. What people forget a lot of times too is they talk about MS-13, right? La Mara, the MS is killing everybody. That's one of his big things. No, he was talking about MS kill. Breaking news again, people. MS started in the United States. Street gangs started in the United States. All that is as American as apple pie, brother. Don't let them fool you that all of a sudden like MS started in Central America. It started in the great US of A, brother. So if you're going to sit here and talk about crap about this gang, well, this gang is American made. It's a homegrown fucking entity, brother. But nobody wants to say that. Oh, no. But no. It's an American thing, brother. And the gang thing was okay during the 80s, during the 90s, while it was isolated in certain areas. But when you started having little white kids join gangs and stuff like that, then it became a problem. When you started having little white kids die of overdose of crack cocaine, then it started being a problem. When it's people of color, there is not a problem because we mean less. And unfortunately, some of us are starting to look at that the same way too. And we're like, oh no, they're Mexicans. They're not Americans. I'm American. Nah, man, there's no pal, güey, no mames. Shit. Why you keep mentioning? I don't know, Don Pito, homeboy. Sorry what you look, man. I don't respect nobody doesn't respect me. Pretty much. I don't see why not. Nah, trickle down don't work. Trickle down does not work, homeboy. We gotta make the change. Well, if we don't do it, somebody else will. And that's what we saw last time. Yeah, that's what it is. MS-13 is Americans apple pie, brother. All gangs, man. All gangs. My neighborhood, every single neighborhood that was made out here, they're American made. That's why it's fun. Okay, if Trompito can say China virus, which it was a China virus. I don't get upset when he says stuff like that. It's a China virus. Well, MS-13, it's an American virus, man. I hate to break the news to you, Trump. MS-13 is an American virus. Gangs are an American virus. We actually exported those gangs to Central America and made Central America a much, much worse place because we thought, oh, we're going to go ahead and deport them. Well, we deported them. They made the super gang because they got so deep. They started coming back and they just branched off, man. They branched off and it was because America made it, brother. What are you going to do? We exposed all. We don't have to agree, but respect. Yeah, that's the thing. But as long as we're talking right to each other, there's no need to disrespect one another, brother. And had me doing research. Where's Big Dubs? In the house somewhere? This will not be a peaceful transition. Anyone who has a toddler out of Chuck E. Cheese knows this. I don't know, brother. The only way it's not a peaceful transition is if Donald Trump does not make it a peaceful transition. But if there's no clear case of fraud, he's gonna get evicted, man. And it's gonna be a damn shame because if there's really no clear case of fraud, it's like this. Did I ever think that there was a big old Russia scandal? I kind of didn't. I never really did. I never really got on board with, oh yeah, he's gonna get caught for colluding with Russia with this. I always thought it was, and I still do, pretty much. It was. I'm sure he had little business deals, which they all do, brother. Look at Biden. But did I think that he had this big old collusion with Russia? No, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with these people? In the same way the Trump people were saying, look at you guys are making stuff up. With Trump people, now you guys are making stuff up about the fraud, man. Just like Russia. Where's the proof? It's very simple. Where's the proof? I keep hearing it. I'm hearing all kind of internet websites. I see it on YouTube videos. I see it on Instagram. They stole the election. They stole the election. Trump won. Trump. Where's the proof? Because I don't see any. Just like the Russia probe, there was nothing there, man. And I hate to break the news to you. As far as I'm concerned right now, unless you guys have some major proof, there's nothing there, man. Donald Trump lost the election. Straight up. Donald Trump did break records on how many people voted for him. So did Biden. It was a very close race. This country's hugely divided, and hopefully they can start realizing that in that division, you're not going to really get anything done for the country. Because right now it's more about me. That's what both sides are doing, man. But it's up to Donald Trump to be presidential. He might come out next week, next month. I'm sure they're gonna go through all the stuff. They're gonna go through all the readings. It's gonna come out that he's not the president. It may take up to the beginning of December. It might be our Christmas present if Donald Trump finally be a man and say, "Hey guys, I concede the election. Great job, by Joe Biden, thanking my base, woo woo. But we're not done fighting." Give his whole speech, give his whole shtick, and after that, let us know how great he is, how much money he's got, how wonderful his life's gonna be, and hopefully one of these days he show up his tax reports. But I kind of don't think so, brother. So I just think you can't call one a hoax and say the other one's the real deal without it, brother. It just ain't gonna happen, banana. There you go. I got you, Javi. They know ahead of time who's gonna win. Even Fox said before all them Biden won. I don't know. I don't think so. Again, that would be one of the biggest conspiracies ever, because you would have to sit here and prove it, dude, and it's hard, man. Boo, what's going on, brother? Trumpito is big deal. No. Why did Republicans win 2 seats? I think Danny Box. I think Republicans won 2 seats because they wanted to get Trump out, but at the same time, they didn't want to go full left, and I don't blame them. They didn't want to go full BLM. They didn't want to go full LGBTQ. They didn't want to go full woke, and that's a good thing. Like I said, to me, it's a good thing that they don't have the House and the Senate, the left, the way they want to, because they'll go too far to the left, brother. But that's the same thing with the right. The right is gone too far to the right. And if it was up to Trump, this would be a white man's world, brother. People don't want to believe it. It'll be a white man. He says America. Nah, it'll be a white man world with nothing but rich and poor people. Just instead of what the Statue of Liberty said, what, give me your poor, give me your weak, and all that. Trump would say, give me all your blue-eyed devils, tall doctors, lawyers, and he would have a society where super rich and super poor, no middle class. That's what I personally think. But I'm just one guy, homie. Big boo-boo in the house. I Tank Trump. I heard about that. Tank. I heard about that, and I would love to see it. They said Trump waterproof legal ballots soon to come to light. Like I said, if they can prove it, it'll be great, because it'll prove that the system is rigged, and that way it stops it from happening. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's a conspiracy. That's fake, Tank, because if it's real, and I heard about that. If it's real, it'll be great news, man. It'll be great news. Not because I would want Trump to win, because I don't want the system to be rigged that way. If it is that way, brother. All lives matter. Well, I feel the same way. Chief, stop watching communist news networks. Was that me? I don't watch communist networks. Come on. Pick a side, Gil. No, see, Michael Garcia, picking a side is the easy thing. Picking a side is saying, I'm a Crip. Picking a side says I'm a Blood. Picking a side says I'm a Sureño. Picking a side says I'm a Norteño. But then once you get to that side, guess what? You can't call out your own side, because then you're a traitor. Well, I'm not picking any of those sides, brother. When I see something that is wrong, I'm going to say, that's wrong, brother. And whether that's on a Democrat side or a Republican side, I'm going to call it wrong on either side. Because what I've learned in my 45 years of living, wrong is wrong, regardless of who does it. But when we just pick those sides, you're a sheep getting pushed. I mean, here you go. Oh no, we're good. No, no, all the Republicans. Oh, we're good. All the Democrats. Oh no, you guys. They got their own herd and they're just pushing them along, brother. I'm not getting pushed along. I'm sitting aside and saying, nope, I don't like that. Yep, I like this. I disagree here. I'm going back and forth, brother, because that's the way you really get something out of it that's just not the herd mentality, brother. You try it for a minute, because I get shit from both sides. I get people telling me, oh, you're a damn communist. Oh, you're a damn Trump supporter. Nah, man, I'm a truth supporter, carnal. That's what I am. Brown lives matter, and you know this, Mike Will. Javier Hernandez, I'm still trying to find evidence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody please show me the evidence, carnal. When people say all lives matter, they are just being... No, Dante, I don't believe so, brother. When people say all lives matter, they're just being assholes. No, I'll say all lives matter, and I'm not being an asshole. I completely... with the core value of BLM, I agree with it. But with the movement, the movement is kind of like a Marxist communist movement, man, and I don't agree with that. And when I say all lives matter, because I'm a brown man, maybe to a white man that says that's an asshole, because white lives have always mattered. That's a fact. They still do. But brown lives haven't always mattered. They still don't. I want to say brown men now are worse off than black men are, because you guys say you guys are getting killed, this and that. That's because you're on the news, brother. We're getting killed in California at the same rate, brother. We got no representation. We are the group of people that the current president of the United States pretty much talk down on us, call us criminals, call us this. Now, could you imagine for 1 second if Donald Trump would have came out when he ran for office and said, I'm tired of all these black people. They're a bunch of thieves. They're a bunch of killers. They're all on welfare. They're all got baby mamas without no marriage. It's just talking all the stereotypes, and then says, I'm sure some of those black people are good people. You know what would have happened? They would have burned this country down, brother. The brothers would have burned this country down, and they would have had every single right to do it because of the disrespect that president gave to your people. But my people, we took it. And then we had some people that jumped on board with it and said, well, they were talking about me. I'm American. Some shit like that. That's the difference. We need to step our game up, brother. We need to actually catch up to the brothers politically. That's my 2 cents on All Lives Matter. So, what's up, Reno? Nevada? Big Victor in the house. Yeah, Trumpito is a sore loser, homeboy. What are you going to do? Oh, Big Does. I finally saw you. Big Turtle. I've been in the oil field. Where's oil field all my life? Biden wants to shut that down. Where does that leave that for all those people? I'm Mexican-American, brother, and I've been in that field por vida. That's a lot of jobs, sir. I don't know if he's talking about the oil fields completely. I think maybe the fracking is the one they're having a problem with. If you can tell me that. And the fracking, what I see, the fracking kind of destroys where it's at. The oil, the oil, I think will keep on pumping, man. There's just too much money in oil. But the fracking, I think that they're fracking natural gas out. I think that kind of actually destroys it. I haven't seen Doug. I barely saw him right now. If they do righteous recon the battle states, okay, Dubs is one of them. If they do righteous recon the battle states, Trump wins. Again, Dubs, where's the proof? All that is just, let's talk court. Complete hearsay, homeboy. Complete hearsay. It's almost like the voters came in and you got the votes in front of you. Let's say you're guilty or not guilty, to go to prison for a crime you did, and they said guilty, and the guy is saying, no, I'm not guilty. They said not guilty. They're like, sir, it says guilty right here. We'll do a recount. Well, okay. Jury, please. Guilty, 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 guilty. And it's like, well, they said you're guilty, fool. And that's kind of what Trump's doing. Trump's just saying that out of nowhere, no, it's fraud. But again, show me the money, homie. Show me the fraud. And right now, nobody's showing the fraud. Everybody's just talking about it. So if they got the fraud, hopefully, carnal. Hopefully. Peter Rivera, got a sweater and a coffee mug, Gil. Got to support my brown brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Peter Rivera. There is no proof. Here's Boo Boo. Boo's another one. There is no proof. Trump lost. How could you say that? That's like imagine when Hillary lost the last 4 years and people will start saying that. There's no proof Hillary lost. Well, they'll say, well, yeah, there is. Look at the votes. I mean, I don't know what's changed in this 4 years and the last 4 years. So why couldn't the same argument that Trump supporters are doing, why couldn't Hillary Clinton do that same argument? Why couldn't Al Gore do that? He went to the Supreme Court, but he could have stayed fighting. You lose, brother. You lose, man. Stop being a sore loser. Stop being a sore loser, guys. Unless you got the proof. You got the proof? I'll be all. If somebody showed me the proof, I'll put it all over the internet, brother. At least whatever followers I got, I'll prove it there and let other people put on their thing. I won't hide from that. I won't be one of those people who says, "Oh shit, I can't show this." No, if somebody shows me proof that there is fraud, by all means, homeboy, let's get it. If any lives matter, then why do the same people support abortion? Abortion. We just talked about it. See, Trump got fired for having a big mouth. Yeah, he pretty much did. He got fired for having a big mouth. I do agree. But Doug is correct. Biden is a true racist. The whole COVID lockdown was for the mail-in ballots to cheat. I don't know about that. Gil, both parties and the media have been against Trump from jump. I agree with that. Why aren't people questioning that? Where's there's smoke, there's fire, big dog. Yeah, but Dubs, I find it very hard to believe that you can have that kind of conspiracy in today's day and age, which you would need the FBI, you would need the CIA, you would need parts of law enforcement, you would need the what is it, the mail box off, whatever, the Jesus Christ, what's it called, the post office. You would need reporters. You need all these you would need all these elements to make this conspiracy come through. Those are thousands of people. And out of those thousands of people, if we don't have one whistleblower with a little bit of video, I'm not going to believe it. I'm sorry. And I guarantee you that the majority of America is not going to believe it. Maybe I'm naive, but I doubt it. In order to make this conspiracy true, you will need thousands of people from all the way on the top to all the way on the bottom, brother. And Trump has right now at his disposal the government, dude. He really does. If he really has it, he can put the proof out there. And to me, it'll be some great breaking news to sit there and see that. I won't care, because at the end, I didn't vote for Biden, people. I did not vote for Biden. I will not vote Democrat. I will not vote Republican until one of those two parties can actually show they got something on the table for us, Raza. And as of right now, all they got is lip service. That's both parties, man. And don't believe the hype. The smoking gun. Would they vote for you? Who did you vote for? I voted for myself. I went in the write-in ballot and I put American Cholo, homeboy. You can ask Boo and Sonny for that one. Robert Amadar, abortion is child sacrifice. Yeah, abortion can be child sacrifice. So what do you call all the wars that are currently going, that we're going with Afghanistan, they're going with Iraq, with us dropping bombs in every single Middle Eastern country, and those are kids dying every day. But the thing is, they're not white kids. That's not killing kids. That's not child sacrifice. Same shit. Don't be a hypocrite. Boo boo. Trump lost fair and square. Oh man, look at that. Somebody with common sense. Gil, you better back your word. What word is that, Joseph? Please let me know. Nobody got proof because there is none. People got sick of the racist, rapist, child molester Trump. And then you have guys saying that, what's the name of the child? Everybody's a child molester. Everybody nowadays, but still, no proof. Trump brought it out to himself. He did. Trump had a big mouth, man. He would just sit there and talk all kind of shit to people, talk down on people. Which was actually, I saw that one white comedian come out and make a rant, and I found it actually pretty satisfying when he said that John McCain's ghost came back to haunt Donald Trump. And he's absolutely right, because he lost Arizona. And Trump was an asshole to John McCain, man. To all you people who like Trump and say he's pro-military, loves the veterans, how the hell can you let him disrespect John McCain the way he did? John McCain got shot down. John McCain had that arm problem because he was in a cage with like a broken shoulder and arm for I don't know how many years fighting for this country. And that asshole Trump says, well, he's not a real war hero. Real war heroes don't get captured. The fuck? And people just, you know what they did? They did one of those movies. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about that guy. Same thing. When it came to Trump, a lot of cowards came out, man. He wasn't talking about me, he's talking about that guy. He sat here and literally disrespected one of the biggest war hero that's been alive to date, man. John McCain, Republican, great senator, man. Huge heart. But he just didn't like him, so he's all of a sudden, John McCain's a coward. John McCain's not a real hero. When Trump was the chump that never went to war, it's funny how that always happens in Republican parties. The guys who don't go to war start calling the vets the chumps, homie. It'll be like somebody coming out that never banged. Oh, you guys, bangers. I'm a gangster. I'm this. The hell? You the gangster? All right, homie. But you guys believe it. He just has great lip service, carnal. But ask yourself that: how can you let that man disrespect John McCain the way he did if you're so full for the vets, man? Biden was a segregationist. His mentor was Robert Byrd, KKK leader, and he wrote the crime bill. All Trump did was run his mouth. Okay. When Biden did the bill, the NAACP backed the same bill. So you better talk to those brothers too. When Biden was a segregationist and his mentor was the guy from the KKK, guess what? Democrats were still calling black people niggas. Republicans were still calling black people niggas. And Democrats were still calling brown people wetbacks. And Republicans are still calling them wetbacks. It doesn't matter. That's just a label. Somebody tried to have this conversation with me a few weeks ago. Hey, Gil, do you know the history of the Democratic Party that were KKK? Back then, we're all wetbacks and niggas to them. Doesn't matter if they call themselves KKK or they call themselves Republicans. The same shit. The 60s is the same shit, people. You guys just forget so quickly. You guys think in the last 10 years, all of a sudden, the Republicans love us and the Democrats love us. They don't love you, playboy. They're using you. They're using you for the votes. All of a sudden, they love us? Come on, brother. There was crack in the ghettos in the 80s, in the 90s. They don't care again. Until it started spilling out and killing some of the little white people, then it's the end of the world. Democrats and Republicans have both been the KKK. I mean, Democrats and Republicans are both about rich white people. That's all they're about. But we get into this and start beefing one another because we think one's better than another. I hate to break the news to you, man. They're not. It's the same shit. There's two doors and at least the same room. That's where they go, brother. To the White House, carnal. What do we got? What do we got? They don't give a fuck about us. They weren't dying. What's up, JC? To make terrorist organizations back in September. Who's out there that you know that is a voice for a gente that we can start supporting for office? Me. No, I don't know. They won't get me. I'm a criminal. I can't really say off the back. I know I follow a few people, but they haven't gotten into office yet. But that's a sad thing. I had seen a few prominent Latinos coming up, but I think with this administration, you will definitely get some Latinos in there, and you will get some brothers in there, and hopefully they don't just drink the Kool-Aid that says, "Oh, these people love us." Nah, again, people, politics is business, man. It's not a care for you game. It's not I love you game. It's not, oh, our heart bleeds for you. Politics is a business. It's all, that's the pure down to it. It's a business, and we need to treat it as a business. As somebody who is a consumer, am I gonna go to a place just because they say, "Oh, this is the best place in town"? Okay, well, I had this food. Let me go to this restaurant, and they say, "Oh, this is the best place in town." I'm like, well, who's giving me the better deal? Who's catering to me more? Who's giving me the better service? The thing is, we only have 2 restaurants, so we should make their standards go up. But the thing is, we don't. Because for so many years, Latinos have been voting Democrat. But now the ones that leave it are going to this party. This party don't care about you either. And what I'm trying to do is get people to wake up to get involved in politics, but don't vote just because you're Latino, you're going to vote Democrat, or you're this, you're going to vote Republican. No, don't vote. Vote on what they're trying to do for your people, man. Straight up. Yeah, we are political pawns, but we can be political kings, queens, chess pieces out here, man. Trump won, huh? Okay, I guess I won. Next one I'm going to do. American Cholo won the presidency. They stole it from me. I don't need proof, but they stole it from me. I don't got proof, but they stole it from me. How much are the shirts? These ones I got them from one of my homies. $20, brother. Go to Respect the Creation on Instagram. If not, hit me up and I'll give you the email. Okay, the proof comes out. The left wingers won't accept the truth. Civil war breaks out along with China war. I don't think there'll be no civil war like that, brother. No. If Trumpito pushes for a civil war, we will have a civil war. He will be the one, man. Dee Winfrey, thank you to all the brown and black people who helped us get the new administration. Yeah, but now that we have a new administration, we need to make sure this new administration doesn't just go in there, promise all this stuff, and just leave, brother. They need to kick us some dust for us, man. Dun-dun. Well, Kamala was a prosecutor. That's what prosecutors do. Prosecutors lock people up, brother. Biden's a chomo. Well, if Slick Ruler, if Biden's a chomo, so is Trump. Trump was hanging out with, what's the name? Met up at the island, carnal. Come on. That's the thing. These are all the same people. Carnal. Biden, well, right now it's all the same, man. $20. How about a cool homie deal? All right, David Rodriguez, $19.99, carnal. Just for you, homeboy. We have the 12th Amendment. I saw that, Robert. I saw as Siri, how old President, it answers Kamala Harris' age is like 59 years old. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Whoever voted for Kanye is an idiot. Yeah, the trompitas right now hurting, brother. Just gone a little late. I hope everybody has a good evening. That's right, Johnny Garcia. You have a good one, brother. You say you follow some people. Can you say who they are? I think I watch. There's a couple of brothers. I watch ABL. I watch what's his name? Officer, the other brother. He just blew up. The Trump train actually was very good to him. I think he had like, when I started watching him, 300,000 subs in the last 6 months. He got like 1 million something. Officer Tatum, good. Another brother. There's a couple other that pop on my feed. And for the left stuff, I'll watch like CNN and stuff like that. But I watch these guys, and sometimes, to me it's just entertainment. But right now it's just sad, man. It's sad seeing some of these guys who are so smart and they're just jumping on the fraud train. That everything's fraud. That that everything's fraud. That everything's against Trump. Come on, man. Like I said, now they're starting to sound like the Trump Russian scandal. He won, but he got cheated out, whether you like him or not. No one should accept this kind of election, right? Steven Martinez. If you have proof, then you'll be absolutely right. Right now, Stephen, you sound like the people talking about Trump works for Russia. Trump is a puppet for Russia. Trump is Russia. Right now, that's what I hear coming out. Everybody can hear what they want. When I hear right-wing guys talk about stealing the election, all I hear is Russia. Just like when people hear that in Russian, in the Trump people be like, dude, get over it. There's nothing there. Right now, there's nothing there. If something comes to light, by all means, I will show it. But as of right now, Charlie Holmes. Gil, how can I send you the fraud information? Here. This is my email. Cholo at gmail.com. That's the one. And hopefully it went through. Yeah. If you want to send it to me, there you go. The Officer Tatum, that's who it is. Taco Tuesday, there you go. Somebody did over Taco Tuesday. It's not over here. Sure you didn't vote for Biden, American Cholo? I didn't, brother. I've been saying it for... What's funny, Barbecue 3, I just recently kind of started pushing up on Trump because I didn't want to start my forum and just start pushing up, and then I think, oh, this guy's just a liberal. All that other time, I was pushing up on the left, brother. I was pushing up on the left, and you don't know how many emails I've got, how many messages on YouTube, on Instagram saying, fuck you, American Cholo, you're a sellout, you're a vendido, you're a Trump supporter, I know you're low pro-Trump. And people that know me know, these fools are stupid, man. I just laugh at it because I don't care about any parties. That's the beautiful part, man. I don't care about any political party. I gave up banging for a reason. I gave up that hood life for a reason. Because once you join the hood, it's all about the hood, homie. That's the problem with both sides. But, all right. James R. AOC for president. Maybe American Cholo. Let's see. What up, Edward? It's fraud. Look at the numbers and the graph. It's a joke. Again, show me the proof. Okay, I send you the email, Tank. Show me the proof, homie. Let's do Trump. Trump don't care, brother. Raza. Trump is a racist, but then will say they will be voting for Biden, the guy who built cages and made the '94 crime bill that got Raza and blacks arrested. As far as the cages go, I don't really sweat that shit. I wasn't a fool to believe that any administration, that it was only the Trump administration doing it. As far as the '94 crime bill that got Raza and blacks arrested, I don't know what you were doing in '94. I was in jail in '94. That shit don't faze me because in '94 something needs to be done. And like I said, the NAACP backed that bill. Everybody in anything, every senator backed that bill. That bill passed with flying colors, brother. So it's funny how people just sit there and say, "Look, he locked us up." Nah, man. Listen, when I was up there doing dirt, Steven, I was locking myself up, brother. So I don't take any offense to it. But in reality, like I said, I didn't vote for Biden. I always hope people really didn't vote for any one of these jackasses so they can kind of see that they need our vote. But right now, the real winners right now, to be completely honest with you, is the minority vote. Whether it's brown or black, we are the real winners right now, man. Because we've proven that where we take our majority of vote is who the president's going to be. Because white people are split down the middle pretty much. White people are split for Democrat and for Republicans, man. If they vote, it's always usually pretty much going to be a dead heat until us as minorities pick up the slack and say, you know what, we're going this way with it. And we're the ones at the end of the day now that pretty much will dictate who's the president of the United States. And that's what this shows. This shows the political power that we have as minorities. We have a huge voice, but we can't sit here now and just think because Joe Biden's in office that all our problems are over. Nah, this fight's just beginning, man. Now we need to be on, like I said, Joe Biden's neck to be like, hey, man, we want immigration. We want police reform. We want more money in our communities. We want this, we want that. We want tax rates for the middle class, not for the super rich, man. That's what I'm talking about. But again, they are not our friends, man. They are not our friends. Joe Biden is not your friend, people. You voted for Joe Biden, don't think for 1 second Joe Biden is your friend. Joe Biden is a seasoned politician. 40-some years. He's a seasoned politician. Why? Because he tells people what they want to hear. And then after that, people forget. That's the problem with America. We have a very short span and we forget. But we can't forget these next 4 years. We got to be on their neck to say, hey, no, you promised us this, brother. And if they don't, then vote the other way. Rich boy, I'll give you props. You see things straight as they are. I'm surprised at how many good homies just can't see things. This shit is right in the front of them. That's a lot of times people don't, because people just want to see what they want to see, man. Against busing, which would desegregate schools. Yeah. When Biden was voting for all that, like I said, both Democrats and Republicans were both racist, brother. Don't believe because Biden was voting for, they were both racist, man. People showed up to vote for Biden. Do I really believe more people showed up to vote for Biden or Obama? Yes. I believe, and this is what I said, if the young people show up to vote, Biden's going to win. I don't know if you didn't see all those riots out there. I don't know if you saw all that energy. Even though I didn't agree with the riots, I still don't. If you didn't see that build up, come on, dude, America. Since the 60s have not seen anything like that. Since the 60s. So for you to sit here and tell me and believe that right-wing propaganda that, oh no, you really think that many people voted for, yeah, they did. And because they weren't voting for Joe Biden. That's the thing. They weren't voting for Joe Biden. They weren't voting for Obama. They were voting for something that was worth more to them than any of those put together. They wanted Trump out of office. Trump is the one that riled those people up to get them the hell out of office. And a lot of people, some that on the show will sit there and say, I didn't vote for Trump because I like Trump. I voted for Biden because I wanted him out of office. That's what it was. Those people came out because they wanted Trump out of office. Is it going to work any better for us? Time will tell, brother. Time will tell. I'm not sitting here saying, it's going to be so much greater for us. Nah, not really, man. Californians will pay reparations to slaves. That has nothing to do with the president. That has to do with the governor. I hope not, because there was no slaves here, and I'm not trying to use more of my tax money, brother. But if it happens, it has nothing to do with it. Has everything to do with the governors. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Utopia. FTT. Okay. Well, they did, brother. California never had slaves. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Slick ruler. Tell me when they had slaves. Please tell me what year California had slaves. I mean, that's what you're saying. They claim The KJSU people claim that Biden bill was a 72-hour hold. Trump is the one that lets them stay for months and force the women to force hysterectomies, yeah, and spray our people with disinfectants. Oh, there you go, brother. Gavin Newsom is a piece of shit. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, believe it or not. He still built them, though, Steven said. He still built them, but we use them. That's the funny gotcha politics, man. I actually like Steven, but there you go, man. People rather believe memes and politicians than actually professionals like journalists, doctors, scientists, etc. Americans are so gullible. Oh, yeah, of course. Americans love, they love believing what they believe, man. What do you think about Cubans voting Republican? I don't know. I mean, I think the Cuban politics have been so much different than anybody else because they were in a dictator of a country, and I think they got a bad taste. It was with Kennedy, and since the right's always talking about screw dictators, this and that, that's why they went that route. I mean, I don't see how many leftist people, but it is what it is, brother. The Cubanos want to go for Trump. It is what it is, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, DB Cooper. You better hold that one for the Rated R show, man. Jesús, saludos desde Hermosillo, Sonora, México. Buenas noches, carnal. Pues buenas noches a ti, Jesús Castro. Aquí estamos en el canal de American Cholo en español. That's a good one. I should be a Spanish broadcaster, huh? Live here. I don't vote for someone that has a fly in his hair. It wasn't just Cubans. 39% of all Latinos voted for Trump. I don't know where that counted at, but you know what? Eddie, I could definitely see the count of Latinos going much higher this year. Hopefully we get to our senses and stop voting for both those guys, man. We got Jalisco repping. I mean, all my life, I never noticed anything the presidents have done because I'm a laid-back guy that just works and goes home. Well, that's the thing, NASA division. Most people, if you don't follow it, you don't really see it. And that's one real good thing that I think the Trump administration brought to the table. He got people involved in politics. He got people to actually start paying a little bit of attention. It's just hopefully once this election is over, once it actually all plays out and hopefully we get a winner that comes out without any drama, I hope people will continue to pay attention because that's what the politicians hope for is for you to get riled up, get pumped up, vote for them, and then after that, stop paying attention. Why? Because then they can do whatever the hell they want. And then after the 4 years comes, you'll tell me, hey, why did you do this? And you'll say, oh, well, I was busy. No, you gotta keep them honest, brother. You gotta keep them honest, brother. Okay, Danny Espinoza, I think Republicans are less the two evils Democrats want to L. I don't know what L is, homie. But listen, you can have your right to your opinion, but like I said, I just couldn't be in an office or be in a job site and work with a boss that calls me pretty much a wetback, a dope dealer, or this and that, and say, oh, but I'm gonna give you a raise. Nah, you know what? You keep your raise and stick it up your ass. Not true, but that gentleman, homie. That was really my real thing that I just couldn't do. I personally felt that if I voted for Trump, I was selling out my people. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that should be everybody's opinion, but that's just my opinion. And nobody's really going to change that opinion. A wall is racist. Laugh out loud. Okay, so post your address online, open your windows, unlock your doors, and don't get mad when someone comes into your pad. Every sovereign nation has barriers they should. Yes, they do, Steven Martinez. But a wall sends the complete wrong message, brother. First of all, you don't need a wall with technology that we have now. Second of all, no pun intended. Second of all, when Reagan told Germany, or was it Gorbachev, tear down that wall, the Americans went crazy. Yeah, tear down that wall. They break this barrier between East and West Germany. What kind of country are we to be talking about the home of the brave, the free? Give me your poor, the whole shtick from the Statue of Liberty. But now all of a sudden, oh no, we need a wall. Well, if you put a wall in the south, you better put a wall in the north, brother, because they're coming. There's Canadian illegals, or is it just the brown ones that are dirtbags? So I guess white people, they're not dirtbags, huh? They better put a wall at the docks because there's a bunch of Chinese coming in those crates. You better put some Armenian walls. You better put walls all around this country. Because if you've got a house, let's say, and all you did was a 4 house and you only put a wall in the back because there's Mexicans back there, but the rest of your neighbors are okay, what does that say? This is my 2 cents. Laid back when it comes to politics. Yeah, but we gotta wake up, homie. We gotta wake up. All right, guys, I'm gonna start closing off this thing. I just want to sit here and ask again before I go. Anybody who's got proof that there was voter fraud, please send it my way. Please show it to me so I can say, all right, guys, there is voter fraud. But all I see right now, I see the Trompito caravan saying Russia, 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 Russia. But instead of saying Russia, you guys are saying fraud, 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 fraud. Well, show me the fraud, homeboy. If you guys don't show me the fraud, I hate to say it, it's fake news, homeboy. And that's what Joe Biden should come out and say, man. Joe Biden should come out and just say fake news, homeboy. So with all that being said, Raza, you guys have a great night. It's Monday. Let's get through this week, man. Catch you guys.